Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam McKola, he is Abdullah. We are here for the paper review. Now obviously we haven't got papers that are reacting to a Manchester United game today, but we have got loads of papers with a little bit of rumours going on around players that could potentially join in Manchester United and some Spanish papers about a player that could potentially leave in as well. And it's that one that we'll start with, but before we get stuck into that, Abdullah, wagwan. How you doing?
I'm buzzing for the weekend. Can't wait for United.
Yeah, you sound it as well, mate.
We've just been recording a podcast, mate. I'm not gonna...
So you should be buzzing. You've been sat in a room with Andy Tate for an hour.
Yeah, we already let everything out there.
Well, hopefully you still.
This news here is what told me down a little bit, you know.
Why, you're scared by it?
Yes.
Firstly, it's Mundo Deportivo, and they're saying Rashford
something Spanish
on the agenda, and that means there's a Rashford agenda in Spain. And I can make out the word Barca, so that means Barcelona want him. No, on a serious note, we have heard that Barcelona have been keeping tabs on Marcus Rashford. It's a rumour that's been popping up every now and then. I heard it in the Scum not long ago as well, which was a little bit, what are they talking about? But do you think anything is in this, Abdullah?
I wouldn't be surprised if Barcelona want Marcus Rashford. I just don't think he's got the same feelings the other way around. Don't think he wants to be going there. I think he's a United fan, grew up in Manchester. It's just written for him to be here. I think it is a bit of a concern because once like the big sides like Madrid and Barca will sniff around, no matter what your background is, it can tempt you sometimes. But with it being if it was like Pogba, like with Madrid, that does really get me a bit nervous with it. But you know, Marcus, I think he'll stay. Marcus
Rashford isn't going anywhere. It's not a surprise to see teams like Barcelona interested in him. Rashford has not long signed a contract, right? So it can't really be anything that could be there to get a new contract out of the club. Not that I'd expect that from Marcus Rashford, but ultimately he's a footballer who's got to look after his future. I do think potentially Barcelona are probably just putting a bit of feelers out there, trying to see if there's any reaction from Rashford's camp. We hear stories that potentially they invited him over for chat with the club and stuff like that, and you just think you can see why Barcelona are interested, but it's not happening. If you were to give this a rating out of 5 for likely to happen, 0 or 1 for not going to happen, what are you giving it?
0.5.
0 Pruniers out of 5.
Yeah, just a bit of a chance, you know, because it's Barca. If it was anyone else, it might show me off, but yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think this is happening either, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do with that. That's not happening. Anyway, we have got another story. I hate all of these newspapers, do you?
Nah, I'm not a fan of reading the papers, man.
Should we go to the Manchester Evening News, a once great institution? Yeah. And then they employed some... Anyway. Mike Phelan's in... Well, basically, this is pretty rampant with United news at the moment. So we hold that. Come on, help me out here. So we got Bale can still be the real deal at Ollie's United. We got Phelan hint over appointment as Solskjaer as boss. And we got Dortmund saying Sancho is going nowhere. Which one do you want to start with, Abdullah?
Let's start with Jadon Sancho.
Do you see him being at Manchester United next season?
I do see us. I think we are sniffing about for him. I think he's a player that could come in and take that right wing spot that we've sort of been struggling with over the last couple of seasons. So I don't think we should go for him this summer, but it is in the high possibilities. If it's out of 5, I'm probably going to give it a 3.5.
Okay, we did speak about this on the podcast as well, so I don't really want to go into Jadon Sancho too much. Pause. That sounded wrong. But what I do want to do is move on from that to a potential alternative for Jadon Sancho if we're not in for him, which is Gareth Bale. Now, this says Gareth Bale can still be the real deal at Ollie's United. Now, what puts me off with Gareth Bale is the fact that the price is going to be still massive for a player that has had his injury problems, has won a lot of trophies, so you've got to question whether there's that desire there to actually still compete. And his age is getting no younger, as unfortunately we all are. Yeah. What's funny is he's the same age as me and I'm calling him too old, so maybe I need to stop with that.
You're not a professional footballer. That could potentially move to United, so...
Thanks for reminding me, Abdullah. We've heard about Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah.
We've heard about Bale. Sorry, I missed that as well on the MEN, the once great institution. Record breaker Hudson-Odoi touted for United move. So these are players that are in a position that we need filled, which is a positive. They can all play a right wing. You think that's the main... You think that's where our marquee signing is going to come in somewhere at right wing? Or centre half?
Potentially centre half. I think when we speak about centre halves, I always say that unless it's world class, I don't think we should get him. I think we need to stop messing about. In terms of right wing, Gareth Bale's not really a proper right winger anymore. I think he's actually become more of a goal scorer. If you watch him closely at Madrid, he's sort of trying to be taking up Ronaldo's role as that goal scorer, because they needed that with Benzema as well, coming on of age. So yeah, I don't know about Bale.
You know one thing with Gareth Bale, I think he's a fantastic player. I think he's amazing. I still think he could do a great job for United. We don't want another Sanchez.
Yeah.
I feel like he's been affected by the fact that he tried to model his game on Ronaldo.
You think so?
I feel like he should have just focused on himself.
Yeah.
Try and be different to Ronaldo and not be Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Because you put so much pressure on yourself when you try and be Ronaldo. And that's where I think Nani's future kind of fell down. Like, Nani was fantastic. I love Nani. I think he was great for United. Great on the right. We haven't had a good right winger since. And we let him go kind of because we felt like he wasn't Ronaldo, but not everybody is Ronaldo, you get me? Mata's coming back as well, they're saying. You know what's interesting here? There's 6 stories over these 2 pages.
Will go Spain,
and they're all written by Richard Fay. Had a busy night yesterday.
Yeah, just searching up stuff on Google.
You know what it is? In the MEN offices, they all get loads of work done because they stick themselves in room trying to hide away from Samuel Luckhurst, I've heard. So that's why they get their work done there. Hudson-Odoi or Jadon Sancho?
Jadon Sancho.
Not Hudson-Odoi.
No, brilliant player. Enjoy watching him, but he plays on the left a lot more than he does on. I've not really properly seen him on the right. Jadon Sancho a lot more fluid in a front three. Can play pretty much anywhere other than as a striker. I've not really seen him, but from what I've seen at Dortmund, he's hitting the numbers that Ousmane Dembele and getting better. He's already on 12 assists, 1 assist away from eclipsing what Ousmane Dembele did before joining Barca. So so we need that creativity in there, and I think Jadon Sancho's currently proving it at Dortmund. I understand it's a different league, but for me,
I don't think Chelsea ever sell to us either.
Yeah, I don't think Chelsea just sell to us, especially with the ban as well.
So Sancho or Callum Hudson-Odoi, who would you go for? Who would you send a big box on? Obviously, these stories may or may not be true, but we're using it as a conversation starter. The MEN also hinted at this with Mike Phelan, and the Daily Mail, scumbags, are also talking about Solskjaer set to land the Manchester United job this week. Now, we've heard rumours a few times it's going to be this week. We heard it just before the international break. We heard it. We keep hearing it's going to be happening, but it hasn't yet happened. Do you think it's just a matter of time?
I think they've probably verbally just told him, yeah, you're getting the job, but it's just about putting it out there, because that has a whole different feeling and effect. You as a manager could know, but once the fans find out, there's a different level of pressure. And I think we could be waiting, because we said it earlier, I think we could be waiting until the first Barca game. If that goes well, you just give it in, and it could lift the players. And
see, I have no problem telling Oli he's got the job.
I just don't know
I
about
think
waiting
just save
until
it to the end of the season.
See, I was actually thinking that.
Give it Oli.
I think
at the end of the season, not till the end of the season. At the end of the season. Like one man, that's great said.
But I don't know, man. I just rather. The thing is, alright. Why would you wait until the end though? Like what
are you gaining from announcing it before the end of the season?
I think it just brings in extra.
What are you gaining?
An extra winning mentality. I don't know. It pushes the player a bit more, knowing that they've given the confidence to the manager that he's going to stay over the next few seasons. So.
In fact, United should leak a story that we're not giving him the job. Make the players play for him again.
Well, that could potentially do it, but I don't know. That's just not going to happen, though. You can't just leak something, or Ollie's not going to get the job. We've been too good.
You know what happens, isn't it? People watch Full-Time Devils and make stories. Why do you think Sancho's linked with United now?
Because of Full-Time Devils.
Because Man United fans talk about it. Yeah, Man United fans talk about it, and then the people that write for these guys,
because they know they'll get the clicks, obviously.
It's clever.
I say give it Ollie after.
That's why our title is Sancho or Hudson-Odoi. It actually is.
Yeah,
gonna be that. And
we're just about the clicks, mate. We're just about the clicks, nothing else. That's
occasionally. What did you make of Hudson-Odoi's performance for England?
Brilliant player.
Good, isn't it?
2 brilliant performances from him and Sancho, actually, for England.
I wanted to jump onto something here. Stan Collymore in Daily Mirror. First of all, Stan, unblock us on Twitter. No, please don't, because I don't want to read what you got to say. Although I am reading what you've got to say now. I'm not having the rings Paul Pogba has made for his France teammates to celebrate their World Cup win in Russia last summer. First of all, we know you're not having one because they're not for you. You never won the World Cup, you knob. I've always seen the rings presented to Super Bowl winners as gaudy, horrible things. The very worst of the celebrations of what American sport is. There's nothing wrong with a good old-fashioned medal. What do you know about good old-fashioned medals, Stan Collymore? But a ring, that's an absolute honking idea. Shall I tell you what's an absolutely honking idea?
You can do what you want. You've just won the World Cup. I don't care. Like, what does it make a difference if they got him a ring or a bloody cake? It doesn't matter. They've still won the World Cup. They're still the world champions. It doesn't matter.
Wow. 20 years ago since these guys won us the treble. And apparently this guy can do any job in the world. Guys, thank you for watching. This has been the paper review. There's newspapers there. Just so you know, it's been the paper review. He's been Abdullah, I've been Adam. It's been a pleasure speaking to you guys about all the news. Let us know what you think about the Rashford rumours, the Hudson-Odoi rumours, the Sancho rumours, Gareth Bale. Do you want United to reignite that transfer? Let us know about all those things. When should Oli get announced as the Manchester United manager? If he should get announced as the Manchester United manager. Keep subscribing to Full Time Devils. Head over to Spotify and SoundCloud as well, where our podcast is. It will be on iTunes soon as they accept our submission. But apart from that, I've been Adam. Has it been Abdullah? Any final words?
Just 3 points on the weekend's all we want.
I've asked him and Andy for that. Final words. They've both said the same thing.
There's nothing else to look forward to be honest.
So I guess we're losing on Saturday. Anyway, guys, keep it locked to Full Time Devils. We'll have fan cams at the game on Saturday as well. See ya.